Hey everybody, welcome to Rusty Guns. So as you saw in the title of the video, it's a top 5 guns for the average Joe. Now I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you're here watching this video because you're waiting for me to tell you a brand of gun that you should buy, stop watching and go somewhere else, because I'm not going to do that. Okay? This is top 5 guns that if somebody asks me, hey, what gun should I buy? First thing I'm gonna ask you is, what do you want the gun for? What is its job? Because a firearm is a lot like tools in a toolbox. They have specific jobs, and you want to pick the right firearm for the right job. The same way that you're not going to take a screwdriver when you need a crescent wrench. Okay, you want to use a crescent wrench. You don't want to use a screwdriver. Now I know there's people out there saying, well, yeah, but I could hammer in a nail with a crescent wrench. Yeah, you could, but it doesn't mean it's the right tool for the job, right? So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, what job is the firearm supposed to do? And typically there's going to be 2 reasons why somebody wants a firearm. And so it's kind of like the top 2 reasons. The first one's going to be for home defense. And then the second one is going to be a personal protection, something that you're going to carry on your person. And so let's first talk about the EDC, or the everyday carry gun. And for me, that is a gun that you are literally you're wanting it for personal protection. So if it's the first gun you're ever going to buy, I'm going to suggest you get a gun that you can carry every single day of the year. So winter, spring, summer, fall, okay? And to do that, you're going to need guns that I like to call pocket rockets. All right, you're going to need something like a micro 380, or a 22 auto, or maybe a 25 auto, something like that. Something small that you can fit in a pocket or something like that. Because you're not going to be wearing the same clothes or same kind of outfit in the middle of winter as you are in the middle of summer. Okay. You're walking around in the middle of summer, you might be wearing basketball shorts or something like that. If I was to tell you, well, you should buy a full-size 1911 as your everyday carry, well, that would be kind of stupid, because here you are, you're going to be carrying around this big old gun, and you got on these basketball shorts. What are you going to do? You're going to wear a belt with a holster and have your 1911 on it? You're going to look like an idiot, right? No, you're not going to do that. And you're not going to clip the gun to those kinds of shorts. You're not going to put that big old gun in your pocket, because what's it going to do? It's going to weigh your shorts down. It's going to pull them down. You're going to be showing your underwear, and you're going to look like you should be on an episode of Live PD. Let's be honest. That's what it's going to be like. So, I would suggest a gun that you literally can use on any day of the year. That would be my suggestion. If you're talking about a personal protective, I would say go with a pocket rocket. Go with a micro 380, 22 auto, 25 auto, something like that. So the next thing is going to be home defense. Okay, that would be the next thing. So what kind of gun do you want to get for home defense? You can use a variety. You could use a handgun for home defense. You could use a rifle for home defense. You can use a shotgun for home defense. Okay, personally, my bump in the night gun is a Mossberg 500. It's a short barrel shotgun that I load with birdshot. One of the reasons I do that is because I have other people who live in the house. I'm not living by myself, or just me and my spouse. There's other people that live in my home, my kids. And using birdshot, and at a 12-foot distance in a normal size room, it's going to put somebody down in a heartbeat, but it doesn't over penetrate and go through walls and going to end up going into another room and being lethal. So that's why I choose that. And that's the main thing about it. No matter what one of those firearms you decide, the type of ammunition is going to be key, because even with a handgun, if you have other people who live in your home, even handguns, there is ammunition out there that will hit soft targets really well, but as soon as they hit a hard target, they shatter and they kind of almost disintegrate. Okay, so it's meant for something to use inside, that if it hits a wall, it's going to boof. It just disintegrates into little tiny pieces. In the same way with rifle ammunition, things like that. So ammunition is key in a home defense situation. If you have people living in other people living in your home with you, like children or whatever, or maybe an in-law or a granny or something like that. But if you live by yourself, or it's just you and your spouse, I mean, you can pretty much use any kind of ammo you want. Just be aware that it will go through walls and maybe even exit the home. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get down to the top 5. Okay, so number 1 on my list is, of course, a small handgun. Okay, and that is for any type of clothing. So, like I said, with the everyday carry, that is the first thing that I would suggest somebody get. I mean, if we're talking about you don't own any guns and you're going to pick out 5 guns that you get, make sure you get a personal protective firearm, a small handgun that you can carry with you no matter what type of clothing you're wearing. Okay, that's going to be key. That's going to be my number 1 suggestion. My number 2 suggestion would be a shotgun, and for me it would be a pump shotgun that you would use in your home. Okay, and with these, the nice thing about it is that you can swap out the barrels. Okay, so you can use a really short barrel when you're in your home, you know, a smaller barrel, a 16.5-inch barrel or whatever, inside your home. And then maybe if you're a hunter or you're planning on doing hunting, you can swap out the barrel and get a longer barrel for the same shotgun. So like if you're using a Remington 870 or a Mossberg 500 or something like that, there's other barrels that they make for those guns that you can then use for hunting or and other stocks that you can put on. So it's going to be versatile. Okay, so it's just about choosing the right gun. My second suggestion would be that you get a kind of medium to large size handgun, and that's just going to be depend on you. I don't know how big your hands are. I don't know if you got sausage fingers or if you got little bitty dainty fingers. I don't know. So it's going to depend on you, and you know. But I'd say a medium to large size handgun, something that, you know, in the winter time when you're wearing jeans all the time and you have a belt and you know you have a coat, that you can carry a little bit larger gun. Okay, so something like that. Or if you're wanting to use that little bit larger handgun for home defense, you'll have that. Okay. My 4th suggestion, some people may not agree with this, is a 22 rifle, 22 LR or long rifle. It shoots 22 LR ammunition, and it'd be a rifle. The reason I suggest that is because you're able to get in a lot of practice shooting very cheaply. The ammo's cheap, and you can get in a ton of practice. So you're going to get a lot of trigger time, and you know that's key on becoming a better shooter, is lots and lots of trigger time. So that would be my suggestion. My final suggestion, which is number 5, is an AR-15. And the reason I say that is because that platform is, again, it's something that's versatile. It has lots of different parts that you can change out on the gun to make it fit and to make it into what you want. And I know people are saying, well, that's expensive. ARs are expensive. You can buy a basic AR, and then after you get it, you can slowly upgrade it at your pace to the kind of AR that you want. You just want to make sure that the core of the rifle is solid. So a good solid, something that has a good quality lower and a good quality upper. Don't worry about the furniture on it. You know, don't worry about what kind of, you know, if it's got specific sights on it or if it's got scope or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. Just get a good starting AR, you know, and you can get those relatively cheaply. And with all of these guns, every one of those guns I mentioned, there are brands out there that make a quality firearm that you could afford. Even if you're somebody who's living paycheck to paycheck, or you're on a fixed income or something like that, I guarantee you I can find you a way that you can, you know, squirrel away some money and then be able to afford these guns. Let's see, example, let's say that you maybe you go to Starbucks every day, or maybe not Starbucks, but maybe you go and you buy coffee every single day, okay, at work. So 5 days out of the week you're buying coffee. You're spending anywhere from $2 to $5 depending on where you go to get your coffee. All right, so just with that, now we're talking about either $10 to $25 a week, 5 days a week, so $10 to $25. Maybe you also buy lunch every day, so you're spending at least $5, at least five probably, on lunch every single day while you're at work. So now we're up to another $25 a week. So we're looking at almost $40 a week, that you're spending on coffee and lunch, okay, that you could squirrel that money away. You know what? Get you a coffee maker at home, make your own coffee with it, and put it in the thermos, brown bag that lunch, man. All right, you're gonna save yourself $40 a week, which turns out to be how much? 80, so $160 a month. So within 2 months, you're at $320. You can buy a pretty decent shotgun for that you need, a pump action shotgun. You could buy the 22 LR that you need. You're on your way for an AR-15, and that's in 2 months, of just not buying coffee and not buying freaking lunch, doing it yourself at home. So, there are always ways to squirrel away money. So don't ever think that a gun is out of your reach just because you're living paycheck to paycheck or you're on a fixed income. There are ways you can save money. You just got to be willing to do it. So that's the main thing. I don't know what my wife is out there screaming and yelling about, but I can hear her. I don't know if you guys can, but I can hear her. But she's probably yelling at the kids or something. But anyway, those are my suggestions for you guys, the top 5. Once again, a small handgun, pump shotgun, a medium to large handgun depending on your finger size, a 22 LR rifle. I'm looking over at my notes so I don't forget, and an AR-15. Those would be what I suggest. So again, I can't tell you brands because that's up to you. All I can tell you to do is to research it, okay? If you decide, okay, my first gun's gonna be that pocket rocket, start researching the micro 380s, who's making them, how much they're going for, look at your 22 autos, look at your 25 autos, do all of those kinds of things, all right? All right, thanks a lot, guys. Take care. See you next time.